Welcome to the Christian and Daniel Show.
It's about to get real, well, you know the deal. You won't have to guess how either of them feel. Bringing up the things you don't think to know. Never knowing where the conversation will go. Just a little more than anything goes. It's the Christian and Daniel Show.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Christian and Daniel Show. My name is Christian.
And I'm Daniel.
And this is the Christian and Daniel Show once again.
Welcome, everybody. All our friends watching us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Thank you for joining us. If you don't mind sharing this on your page so that folks can watch along with you, and make sure you give us that like. If you're watching us on YouTube, scroll down, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. It'll let you know every time there's a new show or something pops up on our YouTube channel. And you want to follow us just like Charlie does. Welcome, Charlie. How you doing?
Hi, Charlie.
Charlie was present in our Put It Together yesterday. Why? Because he follows us. That's why he finds out about all the shows. It is August 2nd, 2023. Welcome, everybody, to the show. Hey, babe.
Hey. Hey.
Hey.
What do gay horses eat?
It's hot.
Oh, it's so humid here.
Hot.
And I know people are probably in places that are way more humid than where we are, but Southern California is humid. Hello, Paul.
Hey, Paul. Good to see you.
Hey. We have international appeal.
Internacionales.
International. But no, it's so humid. Like today, it's not so hot. It's been really hot and humid, but today it's just humid. Like super humid and like in the 80s, so it's not too bad heat wise. But I had to go out in and out all day doing laundry, and I'm like, it just drains me. This humidity drains me. I have nothing. I just come in and lay down.
I turned the air. I went out to lunch, turned the air on before I left, so I could come in to cold air, and it's nice in here. Yes, Charlie. Pee Wee Herman passed away on Monday. I was so devastated. Like I don't remember watching
Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Pee Wee's Playhouse. Like I didn't watch it regularly, but I became a fan of his. Like making appearances and stuff. Yeah, the movies and
the Pee Wee Herman movies I watched, but I didn't watch the show really.
But I mean, of course, everybody starts posting videos. I didn't realize how many appearances he made. He made an appearance on WWE.
Oh yeah, like he got around. He did around a lot. Yeah, he did a lot of work, even after the scandal of his self-pleasuring in a theater.
Well, I became more of a fan of his after what is it? Gotham? Was it? Was he? He was in Gotham. He was in Gotham, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, he was on Gotham, right? He was one of the new guys. Yeah.
He was he did a good job. He was a great character actor. And he did, he showed he had way more flexibility than just Pee Wee Herman. It just happens that Pee Wee Herman is what put him on the map.
And but I didn't realize like how old he was. I didn't know he was 70 years old.
Yeah, I know, right? But you got to think he was like in his 30s when he did Pee Wee Herman.
I thought he was like our age.
A little bit older. Well, a lot older.
I found out about him while I was at the picket line on Monday.
Oh yeah. So, at the SAG picket line.
Yes. So for those of you that follow, I think we talked about it a little bit last show. So actors and writers were on strike right now.
Yep.
And there doesn't seem to be much of a move on either side, but I was there. I mean, I got to meet a couple of people and okay, how's the strike going? Yeah. So there doesn't seem to be a movement. I got an email today that didn't really like move us forward. Just, keep walking, keep showing up if you can, which I think I'll do it again next Monday. But it's really cool to see. For those of you who know Frances Fisher was the mom in Titanic, and she's done a lot of other movies and shows, obviously, but most people recognize her for that. I got to meet her, and she's part of the communications negotiation committee. So it was really cool to be standing on the picket line. I had never, this is the only union I belong to, but I'd never been part of a picket line. So it was really, I don't know if it's weird to say, it was cool. Like,
Yeah.
it was cool. And like, I'm standing up for myself along with all these other actors and writers. And Timothy V. Murphy, who I was in a movie with back in 2010 called Midnight of the Jaguar, was there. I happened to bump into him. I was in a movie with him. And I don't know that he really recognized me, but he knew.
He pretended really well.
Yeah, but I give him credit. He was like,
wait, he acted like he did.
yeah, ooh. And one of the girls who was in the scenes with us was there. I didn't recognize her because it's been 12 years, but it was cool. It was cool. So if we're still on strike next Monday, I plan to be there. And by the way, you don't have to be an actor or part of the union to go march. You can go support, and they'll give you a T-shirt and a picket sign, and you can march with us. So just if anybody's interested, you can do it. So there you go. All right. National Today's. This is going to tie into the first video we're going to watch. We have 2 videos for you guys today. The first video, the first is today is National, is one of your favorite Christians, National Ice Cream Sandwich Day.
I love ice cream sandwiches. I love ice cream sandwiches. Any kind. I love them, particularly the Neapolitan. I grew up, the Neapolitan ones. I used to love eating. You eat down and you save your favorite flavor. Because you could break them into 3. For some reason, they break in the 3. It actually works. Bang. Know a little too much about them.
Yes. I used to like them a little. My mom used to like them. My mom used to like ice cream sandwiches.
Particularly when you buy them from a vendor or off an ice cream truck, they feel so special.
Why is it? We don't have them much here. But why is it that ice creams, like we used to buy from the Paletero, which we haven't seen them forever.
I'm scared that little guy might not be with us anymore, and that's why we don't see him anymore. Because he used to always come
always come around.
Well,
Teamsters
COVID
were invited and welcome to walk the strike. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The Teamsters, big part. That's where the rest of the crew is a part of, is the Teamsters union. So it's either SAG or Teamsters. That's all you find on sets.
But we don't see the Paletero anymore. He doesn't come around anymore.
No, I miss him. He is such a nice guy too. Very sweet little old guy. Probably walked 100 miles a day. There's no way. I don't think anything health-wise happened to him.
I would love to get him a Fitbit and see how much he walks in a day.
Oh dear Lord, I'm sure no one would want to know. It'd make athletes probably feel lazy.
Because on Monday, I came home with over 22,000 steps, which was my highest number ever.
Oh yeah.
And then on Tuesday, my body reminded me that I walked 22,000 steps on Monday. That was not. My feet still hurt today. And
wow.
But anyway, so talking about ice cream sandwiches, I thought that we would show the first video for you folks. Christian found this on TikTok, and let me show you the video.
Oh, sound.
Well, I can't put sound because there's music on it.
Oh.
But this is a pepper.
This is a stuffed jalapeno fried on a stick. Look how big. My thing is, look how big it is. When he's holding it, it tells you how huge this. I don't know where you find jalapenos like that.
Right?
It looks amazing. We are going. I don't like Disneyland at all. I don't want to go there, but I will go there for that.
Yeah, I like the chimichangas at Disney.
Was there music on that?
I don't remember, but I don't want to play it, and then we can.
Yeah.
But we have another TikTok for y'all to show you later. But we'll show you.
Woo!
Which takes me to our next today's day.
Speaking of gigantic vegetables or
speaking of gross, huge things that today is Earth Overshoot Day.
What?
Earth Overshoot Day.
What's a Earth overshoot?
Earth Overshoot Day is a day for folks to reflect on things that we overuse, don't recycle, like things that are like
Earth overuse day?
yeah, like things that we don't need and we don't like styrofoam containers that we shouldn't be using anymore, or plastic bags that some places don't use anymore, or
Paper plates when you could just use a regular plate.
yeah, those
Yeah.
people,
Plastic straws that are non-compostable.
which we don't because we have
We
reusable.
have our permanent straws that we
Yes.
suck on.
Yes, Tupperware. I love Tupperwares.
I do.
even
I love
like,
Tupperware too.
I like the
For airplanes overshooting runways. Yes, when they waste all that fuel and time.
yes. And by overshooting, never mind. We're not gonna go. Yes,
And Tupperware. Tupperware is reusable, which makes it wonderful. And
but I even
real
reuse
Tupperware is incredible and lasts forever. I love the real Tupperware because you just push in the middle and it like seals out air and seals down really well. I just love it. I wish I could afford to get a whole cabinet full of Tupperware.
We need to go run to some of the resale shops. Some just people donate them and then they sell them for real cheap. We should go try those out.
Right.
Which led me to think for Earth Overshoot Day. What is one thing that you can't live without? This is for everybody out there too. Say for instance, you only could have like we're going into the afterworld with zombies. You're a part of the problem, Christian.
Oh, absolutely. I don't believe in saving the earth. We're not going to save the earth. We're not destroying it. The earth will be here long after we destroy ourselves.
But
That's just my opinion, my thought.
We'll leave this to the conversation that we were talking about before we start the show, but we'll get into that in just a minute. But if there is one thing, say for instance, the apocalypse is coming and the zombies are here and we all have to bunker in a shelter and you only can take one thing with you, what would be the one thing you would take with you? Everybody out there too, what
gun and as much ammo as I can carry if it's the zombie apocalypse.
But we're going to be a bunker. We're going to be safe. They're not going to get us.
Okay. Then I want to bring ice cream sandwiches. Because we always get the protein and the healthy stuff, then we forget dessert.
Dessert. Well, I thought about it because I was like,
I have never given it that much thought. Like, I don't know, actually.
Well, I started to think about it. I'm like, well, the most reasonable thing would be Tommy's things.
Oh, supplies, yeah.
Yeah, Tommy supplies. I mean, that would be the most logical thing. But say, for instance, Tommy wasn't around. What would I bring with me? The kid may be the future, but today belongs to me.
Today for you, tomorrow for me.
I really
if you
did.
see Rent, you'll know what I was referencing.
Like, would I be like vain and say like chapsticks or lotions? Or
I must be moisturized and my
you
lips
know,
have to be
if
moist
I'm gonna be
for the zombies.
if I'm gonna be eaten by a zombie, I want him to eat nice tender meat.
Yeah,
Or
moist. I want that moist meat.
I don't want the reviews on me to say he was a little chewy.
He was a little chewy and dry.
He didn't taste like Mexican food.
I wanted Mexican. What's up with this?
He tasted like chicken. Why is that so funny? But no, it made me think like, what would I want to take today? Right?
Like I know some people say I take a volume of books, and I'm like, no. I play video games a lot, but if apocalypse hits, there ain't gonna be no internet. So
yeah, so
I don't play my games.
Would I take a large storage of lighters?
Oh, if being super practical, fire starter, definitely a fire starter and a knife and a machete.
Because it made me think of
Well, a machete, you don't need a knife.
it made me think of those Naked and Afraid shows and how they always take the dumbest thing.
Like the biggest thing is fire, like being able to start a fire because it gives you warmth, allows you to cook food or cook game or whatever you may catch, or rats if that's all we got. But fire is vital. Like that's how human beings advanced in the old, when we were really primitive and living in caves. We went from being hunter-gatherer. Well, we went from being just gatherers to hunter-gatherers because we figured out how to make fire.
I mean, that
If
would
you
be
subscribe to evolution.
maybe a pot or a pan to cook stuff in.
You need a pot because you need to purify water. So we need fire and we need a pot to put water in. And if we need to purify water, we need the fire to boil it to make sure it's drinkable.
So for those of you watching,
and you should probably try to bring like a portable toilet with all the supplies that go with it, like as much as you can carry. So that
go ahead. Sorry.
That could be important too.
Yeah.
No one ever thinks about the bathroom, like that end of it.
I would say the question would have to be what 3 things you would bring with you.
Yeah. There's not just one. Like you need fire, you need something to put water in to boil in case you run out of clean water, and then you do need a bathroom, some type of bathroom setup.
So for everybody watching and the people that are just joining us, we're talking about if today is Earth Overshoot Day, which is a day to pay attention to the things that we basically overuse. But if you could only take 3 things with you to like the end of the world, what would you take with you? So yeah, I would think something to start fire with, something to put water in, and maybe a blanket. I don't know. Maybe depending where we're gonna spend the last days on Earth. Are we going to a tropical place or are we going to a cold place?
Cold. I'd rather have to warm up than be dying in this humid weather.
Can you imagine? All right.
I'd be sick and unhappy the whole time if I had to sit there in a non-air conditioned place in this humidity.
And then I also found out that today is Computer Aided Design Day, CAD Day.
Like that video, that hamburger commercial I sent you, designed by an AI.
Yes, but we're not going to show it because it's disgusting. But
it's not disgusting.
It is disgusting that the way they design those people. Okay,
it's not it's an AI.
If the folks watching want to see this AI design video, tell them what it's about. And then
what happened was a gentleman who works with AI said, "I wonder how AI, what type of cheap like hamburger or fast food commercial an AI would design from the ground up." And he told the AI, build a fast food commercial. So it built a fast food commercial. It is bizarre to say the least, and a little off-putting. But remember, this is like an AI looking at human beings and how we advertise fast food. And it's very interesting. I thought it was incredibly interesting and insightful. But, if you have access to like a hose or some type of running water, you could just do a little poor man's bidet instead of using toilet paper, which would save you that. But I love bidets better. I'd rather rinse than have toilet paper. But, if push comes to shove, yeah, you need toilet paper too, probably.
So if y'all want to watch the video that Christian was talking about, you'll vote. I'll let y'all vote. But it's weird. It's nightmarish.
Yeah,
it's odd.
It's AI's interpretation of people and how we advertise and how it thinks to make an effective fast food commercial for us.
Okay, if y'all stick around till the end, I'll play it at the end. But
anyway.
Yeah.
Speaking of TikTok, people, today I did a deep dive into the whole, now that the government is releasing all the information on UFOs, extraterrestrial beings, our interactions with them, how they've been coming here forever, Like all of this is becoming fact rather than just conspiracy theories. And all these people in the military and ex-military and CIA, ex-CIA, all these people are coming forward. Now they can talk about all the crazy stuff they've seen and done and been with and beings they've met and all the deals that are going on. I dove deep into that on TikTok today. Like I have spent hours watching these confessions and interviews and even going back before the release of Information Act. And it's been really interesting. Like I have no doubt, I've never been that small mind. Well, it's not small minded. I've never been so, I don't know what the right word is, but I've never been one of those people who subscribes to the belief that we're the only life in the universe, that all these planets and stars and everything else out there, that we're the only, yeah, right. That's ridiculous. It's scientifically ridiculous. So I've always believed there's more to this universe than we know. And it's just because we're primitive. We're not able to travel galactically or even within our solar system effectively. So we barely can get to the moon. So, we're too primitive. I was not born in the right time frame to experience, interspecies, interworlds, intergalactic flights, everything. But now that it's coming to light, it's just been crazy. The stuff I have heard about and seen multiple interviews about has blown my mind. It's just blown my mind. And it's so funny because people were expecting when this release of information came that everyone would be in a panic and crazy. It's like no one cares. Everyone's like, yeah, we knew.
So that's the question for everybody watching. Have y'all been, other than TikTok and social media, did you pay attention to the government announcement that aliens are real and they've been in contact? And I was not shocked, but you and I have talked about this. I think I told you back when I was in junior high and high school in Monterrey, there's the Saddleback Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
That's there in Monterrey. And along those spaces, this is mid 80s, so videos was very bad, but there were videos of UFOs in the area. So I've known about this since the 80s. People in Monterrey and other places have known us in the 80s. So we've known. I mean, it's no surprise. I mean, just because the government said, "Oh no, it's not real." I mean, like
it's a weather balloon. Yeah. Did anyone really believe that? I mean, come on, guys.
So apparently, I haven't found the video. There was this whole hearing to talk about aliens, but nobody paid attention to it.
No one cared. Whatever. Finally, at least they're just finally talking about it. It's like no big deal. It's like when I came out of the closet. Everyone's like, it was just like, quick, 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 quick. No one was shocked. No one was amazed. No one was surprised. Completely not. It's the same exact experience where everyone's just like, but
I'm out.
But wait,
Hello.
I'm out. And they're like, finally. We've been waiting for you to do this for a long time. Same thing.
Could you grab my shoes when you come out of the closet? So for everybody out there, first of all, do you believe in aliens? Second,
how could you not now?
Were you shocked when the revelation came? I mean,
one of the revelations is that there's I can't remember what they're called, but there is one set of aliens that look exactly like us, or rather we look exactly like them. And they've been walking among us forever. Like they've been here a long time. And because they look like us, you couldn't tell them apart from any other human, even though they're not human at all. And they're way more evolved and smarter than us. But that was one of the reasons they said people would panic, because people will panic if they think all these beings have been walking among us all these years. But you know what? No one cares. Like I said, like everyone's like, whatever, okay. And no biggie. And it just blows my mind. Like maybe I dove in a little too deep today, but it just kind of blew my mind that there's so many like senators and so many government officials coming out and saying yes. And apparently there's a contract that was written up after Roswell, well, because apparently some aliens came looking for their deceased and surviving pilots, and they said that and they made a deal with the government saying, because the government said we can't just tell people you're here, they're not ready for it, we're too primitive. And so they made a deal. 2027 is the year they'll come out of their proverbial
They'll come out of the closet.
yeah, and like the world will definitely they will be standing in front of us. We will no longer be able to doubt it or just say, yeah, whatever. It'll be in our faces, and it will change the fabric of our reality in our world.
Well,
which needs changing anyway, because we're pretty.
Yeah, so there's two things that number one, the shape shifters are part of
the reptilians.
Yeah, part of an alien species that have been among us apparently for years, and we've known people in high-ranking positions that got there because of who they are and how they got there. I mean,
yes.
Yeah. And then number two, you and I were talking about this over the weekend. It is the other school of thought is that those, and I say us, those of us who are gifted with intuitive and energy work, Reiki masters, mediums, that we are also descendants of an earlier group of aliens that came to the world and procreated, and that we are somehow part of that group. Does that make sense? So
yeah,
could it be like, could we already be part of aliens? Like, are we aliens? I mean, so, but I want to hear from you folks. Yes, Charlie, I put that up already, but yes, let's call Sigourney Weaver. We need her to action. What was the character's name?
Who? Ripley?
Sigourney Weaver on Alien, not Aliens.
Ripley.
Ripley. Yes, let's call Ripley. We need Ripley to get to work.
Well, we don't want those. I wouldn't want those type of aliens running around. That'd be horrible.
Yes, Ripley. So let's. But I mean, do we? I mean, I do believe. I believe that there are other beings on this earth. I believe that they've been around since the built of like the pyramids. Or there we go. Emery's here. No aliens roll up their windows and lock their doors when they fly by us. Yes. That's part of. Isn't that part of the conversation that they're not ready for us? So I think there's some aliens out in Florida, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know. Where were you, Emery, when we're showing the big jalapeno video? We're gonna have to show it again, I guess. We're gonna show it again.
Yeah.
For those of you watching, this is the Christian and Daniel Show. Thank you for joining us. It is Wednesday, August 2nd, 2023, and we've been talking about ice cream sandwiches. What three things could you not live with and would take with you to the apocalypse lockdown, where we're going to go? And then today is computer-aided design, which we're going to show a video at the very end. So stick around till the end. We'll show the video. Also, today is National Coloring Book Day. So for those of you that like to color, we celebrate you today. So what three things would y'all take with you? This is one of the questions, and you have to answer it. But we're talking about aliens and stuff. I'll show I think Christian is looking for something. So while he's looking,
it's the Anunnaki are the aliens that we look like. They're supposedly the ones that manipulated our primate ancestors to create Homo sapiens.
So then that is what they say.
Yeah, they do.
People who are gifted and intuitive, and
they're related. They say they're related to the Anunnaki.
We were descended from that. Interesting. Okay, well, we're gonna show this is the video that I wanted to show. We're gonna show it. I think it's so cute. It is so cute. And I can't play the music because they'll
licensing issues. People are so bad at this.
This is so cute. This one's good. This one. A plastic bag. Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Oh my God. It just brought so much joy to me to see that old lady try it, and then she can't. Oh my God. Oh, they were so bad. That's what made it so
They
bad.
are. They're so bad.
Oh my God. But to me, my favorite was the lady. And I was thinking about the little kid on the slide, because those are those metal slides. So if y'all, do y'all remember that metal slides in the
Particularly
summertime?
if you're a Gen X, they used to all of our playgrounds were made out of metal, and in the summer they go out and play, and you go to those slides and you end up frying like a piece of bacon going down the slide. Your skin's left on it as you come down.
And then it was that squeak.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. When you weren't slippery enough for some reason, or when your legs actually touched it. Oh, it's so bad. We had really dangerous playgrounds when we were kids, when Gen X were kids. All the other generations had these super safe ones that they make now, rubber padding, and you can't even get hurt hardly.
What do you know about life? What else we got? That's it. That's all the days today. Ice cream sandwich day, Earth Overshoot Day, CAD Day, and coloring book day. So
I agree.
Flying board burnt my ass.
Well, at least one might use lube, as opposed to one doesn't.
Can you imagine?
Oh
what
my
else,
gosh.
what else is going on?
It's like when you would be at a friend's house if they were uppity up and they had a water slide for their, like if their parents forked out for a water slide and the water on it's not running right. Ooh, you go down that thing, it hurts like no one's business because it's fiberglass.
What else is going on? This is not our pick of the week, but we jumped on another episode, another season of is it Love Island?
Oh, Too Hot to Handle?
Too Hot to Handle. Yeah, Too Hot to Handle.
Where they all think they're going to go and have this like sex crazed experience, and it ends up being a week or two, what is it, 3 weeks of celibacy or 2 weeks of celibacy. It's pretty funny. And it's kind of funny, like, how do you not get it? Like, this show's been on for like what, 3 or 4 seasons now, and you've never seen an episode, never heard about it. It's kind of funny. I'm like, come on, y'all.
I start to question what they tell them when they're casting them.
Well, this season, they said you're going to be on some love boat. You're going to be on this luxury yacht cruising around the Mediterranean, and the whole thing's going to happen on the boat. Like, y'all have to figure out who's going to do who and be who and boo hoo. And
so, just for those of you that don't know what we're talking about, the idea is that they pick these really hot-looking people to go.
Hot's very subjective.
Well,
Most of them are not.
I mean, they're meant to be like.
They're meant to be hot. They're like what I guess.
Now let's face it. It's the. I mean, if you like chiseled.
Well, I guess yeah. All of the guys have
guys.
6-packs or 8-packs.
Yes.
All the women have large breasts and booties,
The
and
only
they
thing I
all
hate
wear
about the women-
nothing the whole time.
The
Like,
only thing I
almost
don't like about the women is the nasty extensions that they use. Yes, and the fake
And
lips.
the duck lips. Whack, whack, whack. Hi, Pablo.
Pablo, ¿cómo estás? Saludo, ¿cómo estás? Gusto en verte. Nice, thank you for watching.
So
Too Hot to Handle, they send them either on an island. Yes, and so they get them on this island or this ship or whatever, and they think they're there to hook up. And that, don't they, the first night they kind of do bump with somebody.
They do. They have to choose who they're going to bunk with because there aren't enough rooms on the yacht, or in other episodes there aren't enough rooms in the wherever they're staying for everyone to have their own bed. So they have to figure out who they want to sleep with that first night.
And then
And every night thereafter.
the second day, they're like, ha ha ha, you're on Too Hot to Handle. And as of now, you cannot have any kind of intimacy. No kissing,
No kissing,
no
no petting,
sex,
no
nothing.
hand, no
Nothing.
blow, no nothing.
And they have like, was it like $250,000?
No, it's usually higher. It's usually like
Yep.
$500,000.
So they have an amount of money, and every time they commit a violation, which is kissing or touching or
anything
more,
sexual.
pat the kitty, and anytime
I'm all ring the snake.
we're going snake hunting. Anytime they do something, money is taken away from the grand prize.
I mean, and they're strict. Like if a guy's in the shower and a girl walks in and watches him showering and flirt, that's a violation. Like they cannot, like it's really strict. And you watch these people like struggling to not be, and they're all like in their, late, like early 20s. So they're like at the peak of their testosterone, peak of their estrogen. And I don't know. I never really knew. I mean, well, I'm not going to play. I was pretty sexually crazy in my 20s. So
I would have lost all the money.
I get it. They're like sex crazed. But because they all think they're so pretty and so God's gift to the world, they all think like, oh, I always get laid. And it's so easy. And women just fall on me. I can't help it. I swat them away and they keep coming back. Oh, give me a break.
Yeah. So already like in the first 2 episodes, they've already lost money. We won't tell you how it gets you want to watch it. But it's
We've already had incidents, let's put it that way.
Yes, there were moments of sin. But okay, so we get caught up in the shows, and boy, are we loving Bachelorette, because those guys are dramatic. We talked about this in the last show.
They're always more dramatic than the women are. Like on The Bachelor, like I think the women are tame compared to the men, and the men love to tattle on each other. They're such tattletales. There's always 1 or 2 tattletales in the group, and usually they get weeded out pretty quick because no one likes them because they're tattletales. Like they're just as bad as the person they're tattling on. But this time, I think like one of the tattletales making it pretty far. I'm a little disappointed in Chastity or whatever her name is.
Chastity, yeah, Chastity.
Chastity. It's such a
Charity.
Oh, Charity. Same thing. Stripper name.
But let's not lie though, because we mock it, but we're there.
Oh yeah, it's a guilty pleasure. But I'm not for this guy. Like this guy, Aaron, I think is his name. And he's like, he's hiding something. Like he's hiding a more violent, angry, mad side to his character. Like if she marries him, he's gonna beat the heck out of her.
He's not good. But I can't find any of the final guys that are.
Hey Wayne,
how you doing? Miss you.
I don't mind the tennis pro guy, but his hair is horrible. Like, you're telling me they don't have any hairstylists on their staff? Get your hair cut.
So. I think they have to do it themselves.
Ugh, cut your hair. Otherwise he's kind of a nice guy. He seems like a nice guy, Jennifer. I mean, he's not really up to her, level of professional.
She's kind of annoying too, so she's a little annoying sometimes.
Oh well.
This brings up the question.
Thirsty. She's hardcore thirsty.
She's needy. She needs some therapy. What is y'all's guilty pleasure? Is there a show that you would not confess to anybody but us that you're watching? We won't tell. But we were also Love is Blind. We were hooked on that show.
Yeah, the first season and maybe the second season. But after that, it's like, come on, everyone's seen this. Don't act like it's a mystery.
One day we're going to have a play date with your godson and our godson. Wayne has a godson, so godson, right? Godson, yeah.
I love join the conversation. Join the conversation.
Not you, Christian. It's everybody else.
Oh, I know. I'm already at the head of it.
What else have we been watching? These are not our picks of the week. We saw picks of the week.
No. What are we? What else? I get on my little trips where I watch my old shows I've already watched because they make me feel comfortable because I already know what's going to happen. I don't have to pay attention. Oh, I just saw that. I saw the advertisement for it. I haven't seen it.
How is it? We want to know how is it. So
Yeah,
Wayne's pick of the week and guilty pleasure is how to be a cult leader. There's so many things out there on cults right now. It's crazy.
Oh, Aurora.
Oh, it's
a niece.
Cool. Well, good. Your niece and our godson will have to have a play date someday.
Oh, and Charlie Daniel loves that show too.
I fall asleep to the voice of Forensic Files guy. I fall asleep to it. I haven't lately because they didn't have any new episodes, but I was all caught up. But But that started when I was going through cancer, watching Forensic Files, and that would put me to sleep. It's very interesting. I like its 30-minute episodes and focus on the cult leader.
Yeah, I guess they kind of explain like how it came to be, like how they became cult leaders. It's kind of crazy because I mean, man, they convince people to do crazy stuff.
Well, there's a lady on TikTok, and I can't remember that there is this. She's tracking. She kind of watches cult leaders, and she's tracking this new cult that's starting, and it's this woman who somehow connected to this billionaire woman and became like her assistant, but she gets to do all these activities with her and gets to infiltrate people with money who are basically supporting her and her husband. And now they're bringing new people into their house that are following their mentality. And she's like, this is a cult in the making. In 2023, we still have cults creating. I don't know. It was the biggest case of immigration fraud with the U.S. government, amongst other crazy things.
That's crazy.
Oh, wow. And then people come from all over. I don't understand it. I think back to when I was young, before my first partner, before the drugs, when I was kind of alone and like wanting to be accepted when I moved back from school in Mexico to Dallas. And I remember hanging out with this group of people, and they were like, we hang out on like Thursday nights or something. Come join us. And I was like, okay. Like I didn't have many of my friends. And it was about come join us and have dinner with us. And like, what's your religion? And how do you, and like really trying to feed me.
And they're like, would you like a glass of Kool-Aid?
Yeah, Kool-Aid. And I was like, but I was never like, I was too dumb to like, nah, I think I'm going to go home now. Like, I'm good. Bye. Like David Koresh.
David Koresh. That's who they outline. And the Heaven's Gate guy too. That was insane.
Well, I mean,
that was right in Orange County.
The drink the Kool-Aid thing comes from a real case of people drinking the Kool-Aid.
Oh, yeah. That was the John Paul something.
John Johns or John something like that.
Something. Yeah. It was one of the occult from the 70s, I remember.
So, all right. Are you ready?
And of course, the leaders never drink the Kool-Aid.
Of course not. You ready?
Or ascend to the spaceship. Yeah. My pick of the week is Tournament of Champions. It is Top Chef competition. Not Top Chef the show, but it's these famous chefs compete to become the champion of the tournament. It's a Guy Fieri show. It's really good because you get like Antonio LaFossa, versus Beverly. I can't remember her name, Becky Williams or Beverly Williams. It's just amazing to see these top chefs competing for a spot, and it is just thoroughly entertaining. But don't watch it hungry. Eat before you watch it because they make some amazing food. And if you're already hungry, you're gonna be starving before the show's even over, and you'll be like, "I have more food, more."
Cool.
Oh, and it's on Max.
And Wayne just said, Jim Jones.
Jim Jones, that's it. Yeah. Crazy.
My pick of the week is Fake Profile, and it's on Netflix. Fake Profile is about, I think it's like a 6 or 8 episode series. And it's basically that. It's fake profiles. It's in Spanish. With English, you can get it in English dub. But it's this woman and this man meet on a dating app and start dating. And eventually, after a long time of dating, she decides to surprise him. They don't live in the same city. So she decides to fly and surprise him in his hometown. Come to find out, it's a fake profile and he is not who he says he is. And there starts the dilemma. And instead of her turning around and going home, all kinds of things happen. So I'm not going to tell you the rest. But it's very adult driven. There's a lot of sex. There's a lot of nudity. There's a lot of bad language. It is in Spanish again, and it's dubbed. But I'm up to episode 4, and it just keeps like twisting the way the stories go, and just how people can actually use and do use fake profiles, are what we call catfishing. But how it has got bigger, and not necessarily that the person wasn't who they say they were. It's their history is not who they say they are. But anyway, I encourage you to go check it out. It's really fast episodes. The dialogue is really smart and it's really good. So go check it out on Netflix. It's called Fake Profile. And I looked up some of the actors. It's nobody that I really knew, so I didn't bring them up. But go check it out. And what is y'all's pick of the week? What are y'all watching lately that you might want to watch? I've got other things on hold now that I want to watch. Like that one that you said about the video game Metal.
Oh my Lord. Something Metal.
Something
Full
Metal.
I want to say Full Metal Jacket. That's not it.
No.
It's based on that original video game that was on the original PlayStation, and it was about post-apocalyptic world. And one of the main villains is this ice cream truck that has a really scary clown head on it. Not Full Metal Alchemist. I love Full Metal Alchemist though.
I'm trying to look for it. I know it's on Netflix. But I can't remember the name. I watched one episode and I want to watch the rest. Yeah, it's still on. You can still watch new episodes of Catfish.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember the name of the show.
Twisted Metal.
Twisted Metal. There you go.
There you go. I remember playing it when I was a kid. Like it was a really fun, crazy game. And you know, the graphics were by today's standards like almost unwatchable. And but back then that was super advanced. That was the original PlayStation. It was one of the original games that you could get for it.
So what are y'all watching? So what y'all thinking? What are you watching? Let me show you the video, the AI video that Christian was talking about.
There are parts that are very that might make you a little uncomfortable.
Yes, disclaimer. It is
because
weird.
It's bizarre, not because it's like gross or profane. It's just weird.
So I'll let you read what it says there.
You could do the sound because there's no music.
Yeah, I asked AI to make a commercial.
Mistakes were made.
Wait
till the end.
All right, so I'm going to play it with the music.
Introducing Cholesterol Fields, where flavor and fun collide.
Hey there, folks. Ready for some lip-smacking, finger-licking goodness?
You betcha. It's our family's favorite place.
At Cholesterol Fields, we serve up juicy, flame-grilled burgers that will have your taste buds singing the Star-Spangled Banner.
I love the Freedom Burger. It's as American as baseball.
And the Liberty Fries are like little slices of crispy heaven.
you know what, folks? It's not just the food that keeps us coming back.
That's right. It's the spirit of togetherness and good times.
Cholesterol Fields, where friends become family and every bite is a celebration of life.
Cheers to
Cholesterol fills.
Cheers.
So come on down to Cholesterol Fields, where joy knows no bounds and the burgers are as big as our dreams. Cholesterol Fields, uniting taste buds and hearts since the founding years of American history. Come taste the freedom. Cholesterol Fields, because life is better with burgers. Introduce.
Okay. The thing you have to know, folks, this was complete. This is an AI, artificially intelligent system, interpreting what it thinks effective hamburger commercial for human beings would be. Like, one, I love the honest portrayal of it didn't have a bunch of skinny actors in it. It was like totally morbidly obese America, all morbidly obese people.
And how dare you, Gabe? How dare you? But there was that one
Cholesterol
scene.
Fills look just like a Whataburger. No,
There was that one scene, like he didn't even have a head.
I
Like,
know
what
one
did he
person
have?
didn't have a head. I noticed that.
And then the
The
other
guy
one had
said
a head.
mistakes were made, but that is like literally you can't get more objective point of view of us. That's how an AI, AIs are primitive right now, but that's how an AI sees us and sees our commercials.
You know, some alien did that. That's
I know, right? But I just love it. There's so many things. Like it amazed me that everyone in it was morbidly obese. Like there was no regular sized person in Cholesterol Fills, and that it chose the name Cholesterol Fill.
And then there was a one scene where the guy wasn't even wearing a shirt. Like, where are we, in Arkansas? Like, what the hell?
I know.
And then he had the big old pecs. Like, I was like, no.
Well, I felt like those were kind of breasts.
It was okay. I warned y'all, so I want to know what y'all think about it.
That was just it was the most bizarre thing, but AI does that. Like it's just kind of weird. Like AI is just weird right now. It does, like, you could do it can write a paragraph about anything and make it pretty impressive. But
Well,
I wouldn't hire them to do. I don't think we're ready to do commercials quite yet.
I do the app where you can type in what you
Chat,
want.
you do chat.
And-
What is it? Chat GPT
Yes, and
3.5.
one of those, yeah.
They charge.
And I sent a picture of me and said, like, make me a fairy with the line in my hand. And it completely changed me into this little girl. And I was like, is that how you see me? As a little girl? I was like, okay. So for those of you that receive my check-ins on Mondays, I've used some of the AI reproductions that, like, if y'all got the one with the guitar, that was an AI reproduction. That was not me on a guitar.
I completely agree with you, Gabe. Anything's better than Whataburger.
Those are breakup words there, hun. Just letting you know.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm shaking my boots.
All right. Next week on the Daniel Show,
No one's gonna watch the Daniel Show.
everybody
It doesn't
will be
sound right.
watching the Daniel Show. It'll be even more popular.
Probably would.
Say it. Say it. Say it.
Do it.
Anyway,
Do
for
it.
everybody out there, I'm going to be in New York this weekend. So if anybody's out in the Queens area, I'll be working
Queens?
out there. Queens. And then next week, I'm going to be back in Houston for a conference.
Oh,
I'm going to be at my first Alstomy conference.
Oh, but you're gonna be inside, thank God.
Yeah. So it's conference. So I'll be inside most of the time. But I'm going to my first. Tommy's going to his first conference.
Yay! So you're not gonna bring any of your girdles. You're just gonna get
Oh hell
crop
no!
tops, wear little
Oh,
crop tops
hell
and have
no.
Tommy hanging out.
I am no people. Some people are very free with their awesomies. I am not there yet, so I will not be doing it.
Oh,
But
I'm
you know,
more like get your little crop top or little like sports bra.
I
and
didn't wear
just have
crop
'em-
tops before, Tommy. Why would I wear crop
I
tops?
know. I just have them hanging out. Wear some Daisy Dukes
I didn't wear that
and your little
before.
cowboy boots.
Why would I wear it now? Silly. But you know what I just realized yesterday, because I was feeling all shaky last night and I couldn't sleep, that I had not had a soda since Saturday.
Oh, your Jones, your withdrawals. You're having withdrawals.
I didn't intentionally give up sodas, but we ordered food. No, Friday is when I ordered food.
And we still didn't have. Yeah.
With the Coke, and then over the weekend I didn't, and then all this I've been drinking the Mexican Kool-Aid.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is, way better.
You were Daisy Dukes. I do have a picture with me and Daisy Dukes. I'll find it for the next episode.
He does. He does.
It's at Six Flags in Dallas, and I'm wearing these Daisy Dukes and a tank top with my rainbow rings on. So, girl, I was, but I had those Daisy Dukes for a long time. I did wear them a lot. So I remember wearing them to a company party function, picnic thing. Yes, please.
That is wrong.
Yes, I'll find it. I'll find the picture. And I promise I'll show it next. Oh no, we won't have a show next week.
Don't have next. It'll be after that.
Because I'll be traveling. So on the 16th, when we come back on the 16th.
Yeah, not next week, but the week after. So mid-month.
Yes,
I will. I will remind him.
I'll find it. It's a picture with Bugs Bunny.
And
Which, by the way,
you should be ashamed.
Okay, I'll save the story for the picture. I'll save the story for the picture.
Ashamed of yourself. Oh.
I'll show you the story. When he said, "What's up, Doug?" I replied, "Travel first class."
Can't you see?
Dude, this is company money. There's no first class in company
There's
money.
only coach.
But
not
yeah,
not even on economy plus. It's economy.
Yeah. But yeah. So last night I was like, "Why am I so jittery? Like, why am I?" Then I realized
it's withdrawals. Like you really do have withdrawal symptoms, particularly if you're low. Even if you lower the sugar you're eating significantly, you'll have withdrawal symptoms from the sugar.
So today I almost ordered a Coke at lunch. I got some lemonade instead. But so before we go, I want to remind everybody. Remember, we got things going on. If you're interested in the Grumpy Bunny books, those are still for sale. $25 signed and delivered. Check us out at littlemexicanproductions.com/Grumpy Bunny. Specify if you want English or Spanish, and if you want them autographed, who they go to. And remember, $25 covers the delivery. Also, if you're looking for a transpersonal coach, and people ask, what's that? It's the balance between life coaching and spiritual coaching. And what we do here is identify, acknowledge, and help you remove barriers that are blocking your life. We can do one-on-ones, we can do group, we can do team building workshops, and this can be in person or virtual. Just reach out at Daniel G. Garza at littlemexicanproductions.com for more information, pricing, and such. And it's called The Alignment. I just watched SpongeBob SquarePants. That's here at the No Square Theater. Where is it? Here it goes. NoSquareTheater.org. Check them out. They're on till August 13 on the weekends. I volunteer sometimes there when I'm available. And that's how I got to see it. So thank you to the folks at No Square who give volunteers an opportunity to watch the shows. But it's on till the 13th. And there's a new show. I forgot to get the post for it. There's a new show that they're auditioning for. So if you're into community theater, you want to audition, it's available right now. And then our friend Wayne, check him out at Awakenings. He is my co-host on Zodiacs, which is on, we're in a small hiatus right now, but you can go over to Awakenings at 25260 La Paz and Laguna Hills. Call him at 949-457-0797 or look him up on Instagram.com/RWKII. And you can find him there for a private session. He's I mean, he does things for us. He's our reader, our astrologer. He's amazing. So go check him out. Bye, Charlie. Thank you for being part of the show. We appreciate you being here.
Yes.
To everybody else, thank you for watching. And remember, we will see you in 2 weeks. Love you guys. Bye.
Dos semanas.